Scorpio, what I'm about to reveal will make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. There are specific dates within your sign that carry a divine mark, an energetic code that separates ordinary Scorpios from those born destined for something extraordinary. And if you were born on one of these dates, your life has never been and never will be normal. You always knew this, didn't you? You always felt there was something different about you, something others couldn't understand or explain. I am revealing knowledge that has remained hidden for centuries, transmitted only among spiritual masters who understood the profound mysteries of human consciousness. These masters discovered that at specific times of the year, when the sun crosses certain points in the Scorpio cycle, a unique frequency manifests, an energy so potent that it forever marks the souls born under its influence. And you, who are watching now, if you were born on one of these sacred dates, were literally touched by the hand of God at the moment of your birth. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what these powerful dates are and what they mean for you. I'll explain why you've always felt different, why your intensity scares some people, why you have abilities that others don't, why your presence changes the energy of any environment. But most importantly, I'm going to show you how to consciously use this power that has been placed within you. Because the truth is that most Scorpios born on these special dates live without fully understanding the magnitude of what they carry. Are you ready to discover that you were chosen, even before you were born, to carry a force that few humans are capable of withstanding? Scorpio, before revealing the dates, I need you to understand something fundamental. True power is frightening. Real intensity is unsettling. When someone is born with the ability to see beyond masks, to feel what is hidden, to transform any situation by the simple force of their presence, the world tries to tame that person. It tries to make them diminish themselves, hide, be ashamed of their own strength. And if you were born on one of the dates I'm about to reveal, you've spent your whole life hearing that you're too much, too intense, too profound, too powerful. Now pay close attention, because I'm going to reveal the sacred dates. Scorpios born between October 23rd and 26th carry what the ancients called the gift of seeing beyond the veil. You see truths that are hidden from other people. You can sense lies from miles away. You have such sharp intuition that you often know what will happen before it happens. If you were born on these dates, you were marked with the ability to be a revealer of truths, someone whose mere presence causes masks to fall and secrets to come to light. Those born between November 3rd and 7th received what we call the power of transmutation. You have the rare ability to transform pain into power, trauma into wisdom, darkness into light. Where others would break, you rebuild yourself stronger. You possess a resilience that defies all odds. If you were born on these dates, you were blessed with the ability to go through hell and return not only a survivor, but transformed into something far more powerful than you were before. And Scorpios born between November 15th and 18th possess the gift of spiritual magnetism. You attract people, situations, and opportunities in an almost supernatural way. You have a presence that cannot be ignored. When you enter a room, the energy changes completely. If you were born on these dates, you were marked with a magnetic force that makes the universe conspire in your favor in ways that seem miraculous to those observing from the outside. But here's what makes these three groups truly special. You haven't just received a gift. You've also received a responsibility, because power without purpose is destructive. Strength without direction wreaks havoc. And the reason you're watching this video now is because the time has come for you to fully understand this responsibility and assume the role you were prepared for before you were born. Do you feel the weight of this responsibility, even without yet knowing exactly what it is? Scorpio born on these sacred dates, let me tell you something that will change your perspective on your entire life story. Every challenge you faced, every betrayal you survived, every moment you thought you couldn't take it anymore, but kept standing, None of that was an accident or bad luck. It was preparation. The universe doesn't give the hardest tests to the weakest people. It gives impossible tests to those who were built to do the impossible. You were forged in fire because you were destined to work with fire. You were tested to the limit because you were made to operate beyond the limits that bind ordinary people. You went through situations that would destroy others because you needed to develop the strength necessary to carry the power that was placed within you at the moment of your birth. Every scar you bear is a battle mark, living proof that you not only survived, but became more powerful through what should have destroyed you. And now the moment has arrived where all of this makes sense, where you finally understand why your life has never been easy, why you've always had to fight harder than others, why nothing has ever been given to you for free. Because you are being prepared for something that demands a strength that most people simply don't possess. You are being molded to become someone who transforms realities, who changes destinies, who operates at levels of power that seem impossible to ordinary consciousness. For those born between October 23rd and 26th, the gift of seeing beyond the veil comes with the responsibility of speaking truths that no one wants to hear. You see what is hidden, but this often means you have to expose comfortable lies that people would prefer to keep. Your role is to be the mirror that shows people who they really are, not who they pretend to be. And this makes you simultaneously the most needed and the most feared in any group. You have been blessed with a perception that cuts through all illusions. While others are content with superficial appearances, you penetrate to the core of truth in any situation. You can look into someone's eyes and read their entire soul, their hidden fears, repressed desires, the lies they tell themselves. This power gives you an incredible advantage in any area of life, but it also isolates you because most people prefer to live in illusion rather than face the truth you represent. But here's what few understand. Your ability to see hidden truths isn't for judging or condemning, it's for liberating. When you reveal what's hidden, you're giving people the chance to become authentic. You're breaking the chains of lies that bind them. You're offering them the opportunity to live in truth instead of illusion. Not everyone will accept this gift, and you'll need to make peace with that. But for those who do accept it, you become the catalyst for the most profound transformation a human being can experience. Are you ready to stop hiding this gift so as not to upset people who choose to live a lie? For Scorpios, born between November 3rd and 7th, the power of transmutation you possess is perhaps the rarest and most valuable of all spiritual gifts. While others are destroyed by their negative experiences, you have the supernatural ability to transform poison into medicine, wounds into wisdom, falls into even greater flights. You are like the mythical phoenix. Not only do you rise from the ashes, but you are reborn more powerful, wiser, and more complete than you were before. What other people fail to understand is that you don't just survive the impossible, you draw power from it. Every time you should have broken but didn't, you grew stronger. Every time you went through something that should have left you bitter but you chose to grow, you expanded your capacity for transformation. You are spiritual alchemists, capable of taking the lead from the densest and heaviest experiences and transforming it into the gold of enlightened wisdom. Your divine blessing is not having an easy life, it is having the strength to transform any life, no matter how difficult, into something extraordinary. While others pray not to face storms, you have learned to dance in the rain and use the force of the wind to your advantage. While others ask for protection from fire, you walk through the flames and emerge not only unharmed, but purified and more powerful. And here's the truth that will change everything for you. This power of transmutation isn't just for personal use. You were blessed with it so that you can teach others to transform their pain into power as well. Your life becomes a living testament that no matter how low someone falls, it's always possible to rise again. No matter how dark it gets, there's always a way to find or create light. You become walking proof that human beings are far more resilient and powerful than most believe possible. Are you willing to openly share your battle scars to inspire others to keep fighting? And for Scorpios born between November 15th and 18th, the spiritual magnetism you carry is something that would leave scientists perplexed if they could measure it. You don't just attract people, you attract exactly the people, opportunities, and situations that are necessary for the next step in your evolution. It's as if you have a cosmic navigation system that always puts you in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. Where others need to strive, plan, and force things to happen, you simply need to exist, and things flow toward you. Not because you are lucky, but because you emit a frequency that acts like a powerful magnet, pulling from infinite reality exactly what you need. When you genuinely desire something, the universe rearranges impossible circumstances to make it possible. People sense your presence even before you enter a room. When you speak, others listen with an attention they don't give to anyone else. When you decide you want something, doors that were locked to everyone else magically open for you. This isn't luck, it's power. It's the divine blessing of being born with a frequency that resonates with the creative forces of the universe. But with this magnetism comes a crucial responsibility. You need to have extreme clarity about what you truly desire, because you will attract exactly what you focus your attention and energy on. If you focus on drama, you will magnetize dramatic situations. If you focus on abundance, you will attract prosperity from unexpected sources. If you focus on genuine love, you will draw into your lives people who love you deeply. Your power of manifestation is so strong that you create your reality much faster and more directly than ordinary people. Are you using this magnetism consciously or letting it operate on autopilot and attract things you don't want? Now, regardless of which of these three sacred dates you were born on, you all share characteristics that mark you as blessed Scorpios. First, you possess an emotional intensity that is simultaneously your greatest power and your greatest challenge. You feel everything at levels so deep that most people will never experience it. Joy for you is not just contentment, it's ecstasy. Love for you is not just affection, it's absolute devotion. Pain for you is not just sadness, it's anguish that touches the soul. This emotional depth allows you to live a much richer and more meaningful life than people who only scratch the surface of human experience. But it also means you may feel isolated because few can connect with you in the depths where you naturally dwell. Most people live on the surface, and when you try to pull them into the depths, they resist or run away. But here's what you need to understand. This depth is not a curse disguised as a blessing. It is pure blessing. It's what allows you to experience life in high definition, while others live in black and white. It's what allows you to create connections that transcend the ordinary and touch the sacred. It's what allows you to love in ways that change people forever. Your depth is your superpower. Stop apologizing for it and start honoring it. Secondly, all Scorpios born on these auspicious dates have a unique relationship with power. You understand that true power doesn't come from dominating others, but from dominating yourself. It doesn't come from controlling external circumstances, but from having complete control over your own reactions and actions. You instinctively know that the most dangerous power is that which is under absolute control, like a dormant volcano that everyone knows could erupt, but which chooses to remain quiet until the right moment. This intuitive understanding of power makes you simultaneously the most peaceful and the most dangerous of the signs. Peaceful because you don't need to constantly prove your strength. You know what you're capable of, so you have nothing to prove. Dangerous because when you finally decide to use all your power, you are a force of nature that cannot be stopped. Intelligent people quickly learn not to underestimate Scorpios, especially those born on these special dates. Third, you have a unique capacity for renewal and reinvention. While others cling to old versions of themselves out of fear of change, you embrace the death of the old self as necessary for the birth of the new. You understand that true growth requires letting go of who you were to allow who you are becoming to be born. And you are not afraid of this process, however painful it may be, because you know that it is through these symbolic deaths and rebirths that you become ever more powerful. This ability to completely reinvent yourselves means that you can have multiple lives within a single existence. You can be one person until you're 30, symbolically die, and be reborn as someone completely different. You can undergo such profound transformations that people who knew you a few years ago can no longer recognize you. And each time you go through these cycles of death and rebirth, you emerge at a higher level of consciousness and power. Fourth, you all possess what I call spiritual X-ray vision. You see through people in a way that can be uncomfortable for both you and them. You can sense hidden motivations, detect manipulations before they fully manifest, and perceive when someone is being false or authentic. This ability protects you from many things, but it can also create a sense of distance because it's difficult to connect deeply with people when you see all their flaws and weaknesses so clearly. But here's the secret that will transform this skill into true wisdom. You need to learn to see through people, not to judge them, but to understand them. When you see the fears that motivate bad behavior, you can have compassion instead of judgment. When you perceive the wounds that cause someone to build walls, you can choose patience instead of abandonment. Your penetrating vision can be used to condemn or to heal. The choice is always yours. Scorpios born on these powerful dates, the time has come for me to reveal something few know. The reason you were marked with these specific dates has to do with a much larger plan than any of us can fully comprehend. You are not just individuals living your personal lives. You are agents of collective transformation, strategically placed at different points on the planet and in different areas of society to catalyze changes that benefit everyone. Each of you has a specific mission, a unique role to play in the great transformation that humanity is undergoing at this moment. And the power that was placed within you at the moment of birth is exactly what you will need to fulfill that mission. It wasn't a random gift. It was carefully selected equipment for the specific work that only you can do. Some of you are here to break down systems that no longer serve the greater good. Others to build new paradigms that will guide future generations. Some to heal deep collective wounds that have hindered human progress. Others to awaken people who are asleep to their own potential. And some simply to be living examples that it is possible to live with authenticity, power, and compassion simultaneously. But regardless of your specific mission, you all share the same fundamental calling to transform darkness into light. Where others see only problems, you see opportunities for transformation. Where others feel despair, you find the strength to continue. Where others give up, you persevere until you achieve the impossible. You are spiritual warriors, born on dates that marked you as chosen to do what seems impossible. And here's the most beautiful part of all this. You don't have to do it alone. Yes, you have immense individual power. But when Scorpios born on these special dates meet and recognize each other, something magical happens. Their powers amplify each other, their visions complement each other, their strengths multiply instead of just adding up. You become a collective force that can move mountains. That's why it's so important that you share your experience. When you comment on this video confirming your birth date and how these revelations resonated with you, you're not just validating your own experience, you're creating a point of connection with other powerful Scorpios. You're beginning to form the network that will allow you to amplify each other's impact. You're taking the first step toward connecting with your true tribe, those who have been marked with the same power you carry. Scorpio, I know that sometimes you feel tired of carrying so much power. I know there are times when you wish you could switch off all that intensity and live a simpler, quieter life. I know that the depth with which you feel everything can be exhausting. But here's what I need you to understand. If you could truly trade your power for an ordinary life, you wouldn't. Because deep down, You know you were made for the extraordinary, not the ordinary. You weren't put on this planet to live a small, safe life. You were put here to shake things up, to transform realities, to show others what's possible when someone fully embraces their power and stops apologizing for existing. Yes, this comes with challenges. Yes, it means your life will never be easy in the way that ordinary people's lives are easy. But it also means your life will be meaningful in ways most people will never experience. When you reach the end of your life and look back, you won't regret being too intense, too deep, too powerful. You'll only regret the moments when you diminished yourself to fit into spaces that were too small for you, the moments when you hid your light so as not to overshadow others, the moments when you pretended to be less than you were to make other people feel comfortable. Stop doing that now. The world doesn't need another diminished version of you. It needs you in your full potential. If you were born between October 23rd and 26th, stop apologizing for seeing truths that others prefer to ignore. Use your gift without fear. Speak your truths, even when they are uncomfortable. Be the mirror that this world desperately needs, even if some people break that mirror because they don't like what they see reflected in it. If you were born between November 3rd and 7th, stop minimizing what you've been through and how you survived. Your scars are marks of honor, not shame. Every time you rose again, when everyone thought you would fall, is a testament to the power that exists within you. Share your story. Inspire others. Show the world that human beings are infinitely stronger than we think we are. If you were born between November 15th and 18th, stop pretending your natural magnetism is coincidence or luck. It's power. Acknowledge it. Use it consciously. You have the ability to attract everything you need, so be very clear about what you truly want and watch the universe conspire to deliver exactly that to you. Subscribe to this channel now, because this is just the first of many revelations I'll be sharing specifically for powerful Scorpios like you. Turn on notifications because I'll be posting content that will teach you how to use your power in even more effective ways. And most importantly, share this video with other Scorpios you know, especially those born on these sacred dates, because they need to receive this message as much as you did. You were marked by God. You were blessed with power. You were chosen to do the impossible. Now stop doubting it and start living up to the greatness that was placed within you at the moment of your birth.